Hey guys, anime news. Gonna try something new real quick. I'm just gonna read through the headlines and I'm gonna get into each one. So if you hear something you like, you can stay tuned, and if you don't, then whatever. Anyway, real quick. New Toonami anime did okay. Rankings are up among young adults, but they only did okay. Miyazaki Studio and Level 5's Ni no Kuni gets an E3 trailer and release date. That's their game, if you haven't heard of that. K-On! PlayStation 3 game promos. Rankings of everyone's favorite anime studios. I don't want to give away whose that is. Panty and Stocking Garter Belt dub. Devil Summoner Soul Hackers 3DS preview, and Persona 4 Arena gets a date in North America and a trailer. Okay, so other than that, E3 is this week, so I gotta say, there's nothing really that I didn't know about that has been announced, and there is nothing really new or big that came out, really, that I'm not gonna cover, so, yeah, or at least that I care about, or that we couldn't have expected. So, the new Toonami anime only did okay, according to the Toonami producer. Sadly, only okay. It did better than the week before, but they expected better. So, please don't stop watching. Please continue watching, or else Toonami might disappear again. I know I'm going to keep watching, although sadly I'm watching Dead Man Wonderland in sub right now, not dub. So, yeah, sorry about that, Adult Swim. But yeah, everyone should keep watching it. It's not bad. The other anime that premiered with Cass Heron Sins, I think I'm saying that right. It's either Cass Heron or Cass Sharon. Cass Sharon. I think it's Cass Heron though. Cass Heron Sins. I didn't like it that much at all. But we'll have to see with next week, because it could just be the first episode comes out a little slow. Next up, Miyazaki Studio and Level 5's Ni no Kuni. I didn't know that they were actually making an RPG at all. It has a trailer and release date. The release date is January 22nd, 2013. And if you're UK, for whatever reason, it would be the 25th. For, again, whatever reason, I guess they have to add the U's to all the words, and that's going to apparently take 3 days or something. I don't know how good it's going to be, because there's only a trailer, and I'll tell you the trailer doesn't say much. Next up, K-On! PS3 game. I mean, I knew there was a PSP rhythm game, but then this comes out, and I gotta say, the graphics look like it's on the PSP. I'm kinda sad. They really are like PlayStation 2-esque graphics. I'm kinda mad. It's not very good. Okay, maybe a little bit better than the PS2, but still, it doesn't look that good. Graphics-wise, like, I expect better. Like, the cymbals you can obviously see the sides. The drums, you can see that, like, it's not a circle. Like, you can clearly see lines. It's all pixelated in many places. Like, I know graphics doesn't make a game in any way, shape, or form, and I always hate it when people say that graphics are really important, but seriously, like, if it's a port, because this is just a port of a game, not to remake everything, they're just porting it, they should do something, you know. It's depressing, and I don't think they're making any kind of peripherals like Rock Band does, but if they were, I would probably actually buy it in that case, because being a drummer myself, I would be like professional Ritu. But other than that, I don't think I'm gonna get it, because I'm also pretty sure it's not coming out for the U.S. So yeah, but it could be. It's not really. I don't think it's really been announced. I mean, this was not a E3, mind you. So yeah. Alright, top-ranking studios, anime studios. My favorite is Kyoto Animation. So, when I saw the headline that Kyoto Animation tops Miyazaki Studio, I said, oh, where is it? And then, guess what? It's #1. Oh, man. Deserves that, although they're credited for K-On! My Ordinary Life, which they should call Nichijou, because that's what they call it on Crunchyroll, and Haruhi Suzumiya. They don't say Clannad. Rage. #2 is Sunrise. They did Gundam and Gintama. #3 is PA Works, who did Angel Beats and Hanasaku Iroha. I've actually never heard of that one. #4 is Shaft, Madoka. #5 is Production IG, Ghost in the Shell, Guilty Crown. 6 is 1A Pictures, which I was really surprised to see, because all they've really done notably is working. Like, I like that show, but #6? Alright. 7's JC Staff. I've never heard of them, really. The 2 animes they're credited with, the only one I've ever heard of is, and I had to go back and think if I haven't even heard of it. It's called Waiting in the Summer. I haven't really heard of that. #8 is Bones, Full Metal Alchemist, Soul Eater. 9 is Miyazaki Studio. I always say Miyazaki Studio rather than Studio Gilby, which I think is the pronunciation. I don't know how to actually pronounce it, which is why I always say Miyazaki Studio. I hope you know them. You better. Totoro, Castle in the Sky, Spirited Away, all that stuff. And lastly, #10 is also slightly surprising, Studio Dean. They did Higurashi. I mean, yeah, they did Higurashi. That's great, but whoa, that's a little high up there for just doing one really awesome one. Then further down the list is Gainax, which I thought they were going to be in top 10. I mean, come on. Evangelion, FLCL, come on, guys. Come on. And there's one more. What was it? Madhouse is right under Gainax, 12 and 13. And I'm surprised, because Madhouse has done a lot of really good animes. They did Death Note. I mean, come on. They've done so many. They've done a lot. It's weird. And I'm kind of mad that 15 is Pierrot, because they do Naruto and Bleach only, and those are not very good. Not very bad either, but I don't deserve a 15. Next up, Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt dub preview. Okay, now the only reason I'm talking about this is who else was reading around the internet, clicked on a link, saw an anime called Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt, said, oh god, I am downloading this right now, downloaded the entire series, watched it, or watched the first episode. After the first 5 seconds you say, what is this, Powerpuff Girls? And then at the end you say, I guess that really was Powerpuff Girls, and then just delete it in rage, because it was not what you expected. Because I know I did. Piece of shit. Next up, although such a huge Atlas fan, I don't keep up with their mobile console games too well, and a new one has been announced. It might have been announced beforehand. I really don't know because I don't keep up with them, but it's called Devil Summoner Soul Hackers for the 3DS. God damn it, they're making games for the 3DS still. I still have not checked if you can play 3DS games on the DS just without 3D. I'm pretty sure you can't, but I still don't know. I'm still gonna assume you can't. And I'm mad because lots of good games come out for the 3DS. Looks alright, like your standard Atlas game for the DS, or the 3DS in this case. I'm playing original Devil Survivor right now, and there's a lot of grinding. It's not like your typical Atlas game. Usually they're good about you not having to grind your dick off. Thanks, Atlas, for that gem, although it's not bad compared to other DS games, of course. Don't worry about that. And lastly, Persona 4 Arena, the Persona fighting game, which doesn't only have Persona 4 characters, although it might sound a little misleading because it says Persona 4 in the name. It has an E3 trailer, believe it or not, which I actually was not expecting specifically. And also, it's confirmed there's both Japanese and English voices. I thought they were just going to throw on some English subtitles, English menus and that kind of jazz, and that was going to be that. But no, English voiced. And the release date was actually confirmed, which yet again comes to my surprise, because there was a rumored release of August 7th, this year obviously, and they were like, oh yeah, that's right. I was kind of just like, oh, whoa, wow. And of course, Valve isn't going to release Half-Life 3, of course. I'm still hoping that Atlas will be like, oh, guess what? Persona 5. But I don't think they are. Which makes me really mad, because currently they're only making ports, and ports to mobile consoles, mind you. And a couple, like, random titles that I really could care less about, and most of the fan base could too, and just producing subpar / all-right mobile console games. So why can't they just say, oh wait, everyone wants Persona 5? We have an engine from Catherine? Hey! Of course, they can't do that. No, they can't. That'd be too easy. Way too easy. Way too easy. Anyway, guys, I'll probably be testing my camera out for Friday, but if I don't be surprised. Update on the Minecraft server. Server will most likely be up on Friday, although if it is not up on Friday, expect it for sure over this weekend sometime. And then I will be posting a video also of how to connect to it, because you will have to download a modified client of Minecraft, but it's completely safe, Caffey guaranteed. And if you are an avid Minecraft player, you've probably already heard of the mod. It's Tekkit. So, I mean, you might already have it downloaded, who knows. Anyway, guys, peace.